And again, for us to be able to do that gives us a sense of who we are in self and responsibility and stewardship of who the Lord has given us to be, or given what He's given us for. If I'm expecting my husband to read my mind, and when he doesn't do it, I blame him. Excuse me.
It's a double blind.
Then what happens with that? I've just given him the responsibility of making me happy and given him stewardship of who I am. We won't go through the submission and things like that, but, again, just boundary-wise is all I'm talking about right now. All right. Do we see that? Do we understand it? Okay. So we are to be fully known. That's one of the, I think, the words that she uses in explaining the trust. To be fully known and be okay with it. It's a vulnerability place that takes such intimacy to be able to create with some safe people. I'm not saying to go, and we laugh about it because we call it throwing up on each other. But there's a few people that you can actually throw up on. Don't hold your hair back as you're throwing up on them. Not everyone can do that. And what I mean by that, just in case y'all did not catch that, is when I need somebody to talk to, I've got to have a safe person. Doesn't matter if they've been through it like I have, but just someone that isn't going to then let my hair go, run out the room, tell the pastor, tell everybody else about how bad I am, and normally add their own stuff to it too because of their own hurt. So I need to be sure I can do this with another mature person. But to do that, if I've never sown maturity into myself, I first have to do that. And the Lord will send wherever your issue was. Mama, daddy, girlfriend, spouse, whatever. He will send these items that will, I'm going to say trigger, but it's out of love. So I've told you a couple of ways to spot how you may have a boundary issue. And one of them, look at who you resent. It could be a very awakening moment. The interesting thing, and actually the freeing thing, is you're seeing it. That's excellent. You then have a choice. Before you may not have known why. But now you've got a choice. It shows that you're feeling the feelings of a person without boundaries. So you need to do something about it. Do you have permission to be angry or have an opinion? A lot of us don't think we do. Every one of those things, though, means that we're growing because we're noticing it. So that's what's so interesting. If we get angry, someone may have, maybe we were supposed to, go shopping at 12 or something. Never done that. And I don't hear anything from them. There are extenuating circumstances, of course. But say that happens 5 times. Would I get angry? That's a good thing, because that means there's a boundary issue that's here. They're not respecting me. Also, we're taking stewardship, becoming responsible over the fruit in our life. If we don't like what's going on in our lives, we're the only ones that can fix it. We have to be responsible for ourselves. Of course, God is responsible, understanding, but there's action and there's faith. So both of those have to work together. We can't just sit by and wait for my bins to drop in my driveway, can I? Okay.
That's a clear no.
Okay. That's okay. I will respect that till we get home. So, don't neglect the resentment. at it as a very good sign. You can be angry, don't sin, don't put it to the other person, that's the harm and the hurt, okay? Be responsible for your feeling, and just really begin to just kind of hone in which one of these is wrong. So as I ask, regarding any of those items, is anybody like me, all 10 of them? There's something with all 10, or is it just me? Probably just me. Everybody else is scared.
Pride. Dixie pride.
So, I think it's on page 33 is your homework. I think that's right. It is the homework list. But what I'm wanting you to do is on page 29, so don't go too far. I'm sorry. So take one of those items that you're actually dealing with, okay, and apply the SMART goal to it. Okay, specific. How are you going to not be, how are you going to sow differently? Okay? Measurably. Different things will begin to happen in my life within 30 days. Attributable?
Measurable.
Acceptable. I thought it was
Specific, measurable, attractive.
attractive, okay. Attainable, yeah, that was the word. Can I do that? It's your choice. Do you want boundaries, or do you want to stay the way you are? Or, I'm sorry, do you need to teach those other people boundaries? Or do they need to stay the way they are? Because I know none of us have any boundary issues, it's for coaches. So, yeah. So, and then R was,
Realistic.
it is realistic to have it, and then time sensitive. Yeah, give yourself time to do this. One of the things I would also ask you to do, like for you to do, is to be able to do a baby no. As in, you know. Mom wants you to do something, or mom calls, has to talk to you, she just hung up with you. You're smiling too much over there.
Because my mother called me on my way home from work. I'll give you an example.
No, hold on. Okay. So, yeah, so I would like for us to be able to look at this, because, and this is my prayer. Lord, let them see it, and let them feel it this week, because you will feel it as you've walked away when you said yes. He will say, hey, baby girl, little dude, you sure about that? And you may have to eat it and do your yes, but the next time it will be no. He will train you this way. So, thank you. Bless you and your baby nose. And enjoy your evening.